All right, it is the Global Business Report's Eye on Tech, and we are here in Washington, D.C. at the IMF World Bank annual meetings, and we decided to look at a couple things. One, motion-controlled doors, and also a self-checkout at the cafeteria. The COVID pandemic changed a lot, particularly behavior. People were less inclined to shake hands and also less inclined to touch door handles. And so, there's technology that's been used to try to mitigate that. For instance, motion-controlled doors. So instead of having to touch a door handle, you just here at the IMF headquarters, and you can keep things sanitized and just walk on in. So come on in. So you wash your hands, you don't want to touch the door, right? Right? And then I don't want to touch the door. I've washed my hands already. Everybody is touching this door. So I don't have to touch the door. All right, so I want to demonstrate something with respect to technology and self-checkout. It's about, 11 a.m. right now here at the IMF headquarters. This is a press room, and you can see a long line of people that are getting breakfast, and they are being served by human beings, which are, serving them and giving them the breakfast. We're going to come back later on at night when no one is here and do a self-checkout. Earlier, you saw the long line of people in the morning at about, 9, 10 a.m. It's now after 6 p.m. and it's completely empty and the staff are gone. But as you can see from the sign, this store remains open, and in fact the building stays open 24/7 because journalists that are covering the IMF World Bank annual meetings, they're going to conferences, they're chasing executives for interviews, they are writing stories, and they get hungry. In fact, we left here at about 1 a.m. this morning, and our producer, technician, cameraman took some pictures of me leaving the office as we're all leaving at almost 1 a.m. in the morning. We were really tired. So journalists get hungry. And the self-checkout, the tech here, which is used in supermarkets across the United States and much of the West, allows you to purchase food items by yourself. So we're going to demonstrate that now. So here we are. It's completely empty, and I want to get some food. So I'm going to get some apple juice, and I'm also going to get some potato chips. Right. So we're going to begin, of course, as I say, push to start. And I'm going to scan my items. So I've got my juice. Just going to put the price there, $2.75. Then sweet potatoes. And then it's now giving me the option to pay now. And I'm going to pay with a credit card, or actually it's a dollar debit card from Nigeria. Credit card. Processing purchasing authorization. There it is. It's $4.95. I'm going to insert the card in there. Authorizing. Approved. And that's it. Now, of course, the people who are here at the IMF, they're pretty much well paid, and so they actually don't need to steal anything. But just in case you are thinking of doing anything nefarious, it's important to remember that the surveillance here is pretty heavy. So there's actually a camera at the top of the ceiling, which is watching everyone. But self-checkouts are essentially being used, as I said, across a number of supermarkets. Can this work in Nigeria? It probably have to be in a very affluent neighborhood where people are less inclined to pilfer items, and also you'd have to have constant electricity. The network has to be good in order for the financial transactions to be carried out, and CCTV to make sure that nobody does anything funny. Eye on Tech, Global Business Report.